What's going on, YouTube? Claykeys back again with another Epic 7 video. That's right. In today's video, I want to go over why I got back into the game, why I'm loving the game, and give you guys some new, newbie tricks and tips, some beginner tips to get you guys back into the game if you're getting back into it or even if you're first starting. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so before we get into the, beginner tips of this video and what this video is actually going to be about, I'm going to give you guys why I got back into the game. So first off, we got to start with why I got out of the game. So I quit the game it took me about a week or two to get into the game. There were certain things about the game I didn't particularly care for. Then I finally got into it, really loved it, played it for about 3 weeks. Hit the in-game grind, which would be the gear grind and things like that. And at the time, Wyvern couldn't drop gear from actually completing it. From my understanding, at least I never got any drops from it. Wyvern would drop like 1 or 2 equipment pieces. The grind just felt so hard to me to get through that I just didn't have time. It was my second game anyway, and so I was like, I'm out. Like, the grind is too much for me. Fast forward to about 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and my friends are all playing it. Zesh, Dat Cloud, Lich, they're all playing this game, people who I hang out with on Twitch and in real life, and I'm thinking, what's different about the game? I kept hearing all these things, all these quality of life changes have come, they've changed the game, and they really have. The game has become leaps and bounds better than it was when I ended up leaving the game, so I gave it another chance, and I'm in love with it. They're even making more and more changes. There's a huge update coming this Wednesday to add more and more things. It's hitting its second season, so it'd be season 2 or year 2. They're just finishing up their year 1 anniversary, and I really enjoy the game, and I've been playing it nonstop ever since. I have gone from having 1 6-star, which was a Ravi when I picked the game back up, to having 8 now. I've been grinding it pretty hard, so what I want to do today is talk you guys through if you're picking the game up again or if you are starting the game new. I want to give you guys some pointers of how you guys can really mess with the game and make sure you're doing everything right. So when you start the game up, people want to know about re-rolling. Like, should I be re-rolling? What should I be re-rolling for? In this game, they do something very unique and pretty clever in my opinion. You need to go into the story or the adventure mode and you want to clear 110. You want to beat all the way through 1 and get all the way up to 110. Once completing 110, they're going to give you a thing called a selective summon, which is going to allow you guys to keep pulling. You get 30 chances. It's going to give you 10 pulls, I do believe. A lot of pulls showing up on your screen there. As you're doing that, you guys are summoning. It's re-rolling. You can choose to keep it or you can keep going. You can do this up to 30 times within the game, so you don't have to be like deleting the game, reinstalling the game. What are you looking for? Well, let's go ahead and head over to Heroes on My Heroes. These are the units you're re-rolling for. First and foremost, you're re-rolling for this 4-star hero, Angelica. She's going to be a Soul Weaver, which essentially means support healer in the game. She's extremely powerful and very good. You want to have her. With these re-rolls, you can only get 1 5-star base, so the other 5-star base I would suggest to have with her is you want a damage dealer. You want somebody that can carry you through the game and make sure you're going to be able to get through everything, right? So I would suggest Vildred. Vildred's very strong. AoE, best farmer in the game, can get you going, very good in a lot of different aspects of the game. So you can go for Laswell or Vildred with Angelica, or you can also, we're going to go ahead over here to the journal. You want to look for Ken or Sez. Those are the other 2 options I do believe are your best options when we're talking about who to reroll for. Now, I'm going to have to go to view all here so I can try to find these units because I actually don't own Sez or Ken. So this is another one. Great AoE, cleave unit, going to be able to get you through story mode really well and also very good in PvP later. And these 3 that I'm bringing up, and here's Ken, he's my most wanted unit. He's been my most wanted unit since the beginning of the game. He wasn't that good in the beginning of the game, and I still wanted him, and now he's OP, and I really want him as well. So another thing about this game for newcomers or coming in, they do buff units, so they make them more powerful if they're not strong enough. So those are the 2 I would say you want to roll with. Angelica plus one of them, right? Because Angelica's going to be your late game super mega healer that you guys can get through a lot of the stuff with. Plus you want a damage dealer. Those 3 are the 3 that you can get. Remember, you can't get 2 5-stars, so that's what you want to do. Next up, as you're going through the game, you want to make sure there will be a little like quest circle down here. Mine's already completed. That's called the Adventurer quest. It'll give you great rewards. That was recently added with the Season 2 thing. Again, quality of life changes. You want to make sure you're doing that. You're going to be getting great equipment for either your Sez, Vildred, or your Ken. That's going to help you guys carry you through the fights. It pretty much is like do 1-3, level up a unit. It's going to teach you how to play the game along with giving you rewards. It's going to teach you how to 6-star a unit. Essentially, it works in a reverse pyramid. Like, you have to take, to make a 2-star, you max out a 2-star, put 2 2-stars into it, it makes it 3-star, etc., so forth. You keep going all the way up the ladder to make a 6-star. However, before you guys make your first 6-star, which I would recommend it probably be the damage village you guys pull, unless you pull something great out of your selective summon, I would wait to do that until you get to the adventure quest that allows you, that says, hey, make a 6-star, because the adventure request doesn't backlog. You have to do whatever the adventure request says right when you do it. So when you get in there, if it says beat 1-3, even if you've already completed 1-3, you're going to have to beat 1-3, collect the reward, and then go to the next one. So make sure you're collecting rewards, going to the next one, and keep going. And that's why I say wait on your 6-star a little bit, in order to make sure you get that last quest done so you can get to summoning. The next step in your progression is going to be going and completing 10-10 in adventure mode. 10-10 is going to unlock something in the game called ML summoning, or Moonlight Summons. This is going to be the most coveted units in the game. They're great for PvP, some of them great for PvE. They're the rarest, and it's going to unlock you to be able to summon those. And that's going to lead me into my next case. So now you're going through adventure mode, you're doing that while you're clearing the adventure mode quest. You get to 10-10, and now you get to do your first ML summon. Essentially, Moonlight Summons is its own pool. You cannot pull these out of the normal pool of units. You can click down here and check out who's in there, what the rates are, etc. Again, they are more powerful, different, not always more powerful, but different type of unit than the normal unit. They have a different look and everything like that. These are going to be your most hype pulls because they do take a while to get. You either get them from rewards in the game, or you have to summon 20 times in order to get one of these red stones here that you can exchange in the shop. You get 6 of them, you can exchange them for 1 ML summon, so it does take a while. That's another point I also want to bring up, is when we go to shop here. When you go to transmit stones, that's what they're called. You do not want to be trading in for the 4 to 5 star hero summon ticket. You want to go for the galaxy bookmarks. They're too rare. That is an ML summon right there. You need 5 galaxy bookmarks for an ML summon. That's what you want to be picking up. Guys, you want to make sure you're doing your dailies. When you go in the sanctuary, one of the things that I would be making sure to level up is going to be your still workshop. You guys will get these Breath of Orbis around in the Forest of Souls. If we check out mine, increase the middle one so you can have 3 things being nurtured. When you go in here, you're going to get these things. I'm going to go ahead and complete one of these. This is all this is used for, by the way. You go in here and instant complete things. We get these things called Phantasma. Those are used to level up your units. They're literally fodder. So you turn a Phantasma, you turn it into a 3-star, you can level it up to a 4-star, 5-star, and use it to feed into your actual units. And you want to unlock all 3 of these so you can get them going. There's another thing down here called a Molagora. Now, you're given 3 of those every week from buying them in the PvP shop, in the shop I was just in, buying them from your guild shop, which is another important point. Make sure you join a guild. You also get them from, where was it? The arena shop, I do believe. So you have arena shop, that's the PvP shop, excuse me. You get them from guild, and then you get one more from another shop. I do believe it's, let's go take a look so I can make sure I can get it right. Anyway, this is where you're going to be summoning them up. So you get a seed, you have to go in here and either let it grow or go ahead and produce it. You can also get penguins from here. If you get penguins, penguins are in the game as just an experience. So you either sell them off for gold or you use them for experience. So if we go to the shop here, I'll show you guys where you can get everything. So if we go to conquest points, you can see I can buy a Molagora every week. If we go to, I think it's transmit stones, excuse me, that's where you get another one. You get a Molagora here for 15 of these other transmit stones. So not the super rare ones, but you can get it from here. You can also buy Giga Phantasma, which is a max star 3-star wolf that you can use to level up your units. So I know this is a lot of information coming at you, but I just want to make sure you know what you're doing when you get in, okay? After completing 10-10, you know, you're feeling strong, you finish adventure mode, the next thing you guys should be focusing on is making sure to do your labyrinths every day. Do your labyrinths every day. This, you got to be doing these, guys. You get some good gear in here. You get some coins that you can trade in for some enhancements to your equipment. But the thing you want to be working up to the most after 10-10, which is the next step and the last bit of progression I'm going to talk about, getting to Wyvern 11. Wyvern is very tough. It's going to take you a while to get through. Do what you can. This is where you're going to get your equipment. When I first played the game, it couldn't drop this equipment, or it was so low I never got a piece. And you can also get materials from this to be able to make equipment, craft it, which is going to be great for you guys starting out. But you want to be working up to hunt 11, as this hunt can drop critical set, hit set, or speed set. Critical set and speed set in this game, speed is the king. Those are things you're going to really want. And you're going to be able to get a lot of gold if you sell the equipment you don't want, etc. We'll have a whole thing on equipment, but that's pretty much the basics. You want to get into the game, do your selective summon, get your first ML summon, finish your adventure quest, and then start working your Wyvern team up, which you want a lot of water units for that, and that's why Angie's going to be king there as well. After that, a couple of things you want to do on the daily. You guys want to head into the raid, the labyrinth. You want to go in here. You want to go to stage 1. This is on daily. You want to head in here, and this is after you complete it once. Obviously, you're going to have to do it once to be able to get in here. You guys are going to head up to this top part right here, waypoint, because you can teleport there. I always turn it on auto. I head west. You can grab this treasure chest if you want. And we're going to go in here and we're going to find a merchant. And this is where we can buy... Now, I know in the beginning, gold's going to be really hard for you guys to have a hold of. But this is where you're going to buy some weapon enhancements, some cheap things. You can find some really cool items in here. You're going to go to this merchant and you're going to purchase up these little tiny charm enhancements. Because you're going to use those to upgrade your gear. They're the best things for that. And you can see they're not too expensive. And that refreshes every day. A key point about this, when you go into this place, you do not have to complete it. When you buy stuff in there. Now, if you want to get your ancient coins, your rewards for killing monsters, you need to complete the raid and exit through a portal. If you're just going in here to buy this, you want to yield. That way, in this game, if you didn't know, every time you yield or you lose, the energy doesn't go away, your resources don't go away. It's a great thing. So you can see I didn't waste my entry there, which is awesome. We can head over to 3-4. Which is something else I want to look at real quick. 3-4 is going to be another one of those merchants. We're going to head in here. You can check on the daily. This guy's going to be a little bit different, though, in which his stuff costs a bit more, and you're not going to buy anything from him but charms. And you're going to have to make that decision. Do I want to save on, money to buy stuff in-game to upgrade my equipment, or do I want to spend on this merchant in order to upgrade my gear, okay? So we're going to head over here, go to this merchant. And he sells some cool stuff, right? So I got a greater weapon charm for 118,000, and we have some lesser ones. You're not buying any of this gear because it costs 210 million. I've never even had that much. So, and again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to yield. It keeps the stuff in your inventory after you buy that. And another thing I want to point out, I keep pointing all this stuff out, are there these things called Crack in the Worlds. Crack in the Earth. Let's go see what they're actually called. Crack in the World, yes. So to unlock these, they're going to be located on the map 3S, 5S, and 8S. To unlock one of these, you have to 3-star all of that on this map. So all of these levels on this map, you have to 3-star them. Crack in the World, you can do 3 times a day each. So each Crack in the World, you can do 3 times. They give you a mega amount of experience. However, so you can raise fodder, raise some of your units. However, they do cost 40 energy a pop. It's not the most efficient way to level up right now in the game. But it is the fastest. So if you don't mind spending some of your Sky Stones, you don't mind spending your Leafs, which, by the way, Leafs are only used to buy stuff in the shop or to use for energy, which I would only use for energy in most cases. So you want to be using those. So Crack in the World's a quick way to get you guys a lot of experience. But again, if you're going to be a free-to-play player, you want to do everything efficient, you probably want to stay away from those. As far as other things you can farm in the game as a new player, going to the side stories, which is right here. This is like your, if you're coming from FFBE, because I am relating to you guys, it's your King Mog shop. You're going to go in here and grind this out. You can go to the exchange shop and exchange these tokens for the things. Honestly, I would get the Molagora seed. As you know, this helps you enhance your abilities on your units, which is very important. You guys can get the Giga Phantasm, and that would focus on these catalysts. These catalysts are what are used to awaken your units. They're they're also used for skill enhancements. They're used for a lot of things. It's very, very important to grab those up, and then you can go through and finish it out if you want to. The most efficient way to farm this, if you're only going for experience, okay, you want to go to the last stage. You want to do normal mode, even if you can do hard mode. Hard mode and hell mode are there for you guys to get more of the event currency. However, you can go into normal mode. You select your friends, so you want to get a lot of strong friends in this game. Then you take just a group of like fodder, and you can take a farming unit as well that you want to take with, or you can just go to manage team, and you can wipe them out. That way the friend unit is already in there when you go into battle, or you can put another fodder unit there and switch out. But this is going to be your best efficient energy per energy run, and you're also farming a lot of coin, because in this game, my good friend Dak Cloud taught me, you want to be doing 2 to 3 things at once to get the most out of your time and energy. This is a long, grindy game. There's a lot of grinding in this game. I've spent a lot of hours in this game to get caught up to where I am, but you want to run this, and you can see that I have these, like, you get these units for clearing, see, like, enemies. You can get these units down here. That's what this guy is, a blob unit. I'm leveling him up, though, so I can feed him into another unit to make another unit 6-star. I have a lot to talk about here, but I wanted to make sure you guys understood that. So that's that. As far as the Abyss is concerned, guys, you guys get 3 entries per day into the Abyss. You guys can get amazing rewards as you climb through. You can see all the different rewards I get. They're a one-time clear reward. If you get in here and you can't beat it, that's okay. Level up, come back and try again. Thing I want to point out is if you aren't, you get 3 of these a day, 3 entries a day. If you're not going to be able to beat it, or you're not going to be focusing on Abyss, be sure to come in here and Purify. What Purify means, I'm going to go ahead and use one. I'm going to take one of my entries to go ahead and get Stigma and Gold. And for people starting out, if they can't clear the shop, that's going to be great for you. If you're not going to, excuse me, if you can't clear Abyss, that's going to be great for you. You're going to come in here, you're going to just purify everything, get a bunch of Stigma to help you raise up some of them wolvies that you're going to feed up to everybody. And you're going to get some gold that'll help you guys out. So that's something important. But the Abyss is something you can work on. It never goes away. It's always there. You can be going through. So yeah, and the Spirit Altar is essentially, you know, you guys will probably get this. You need these to be able to awaken the unit, which just makes them stronger. You'll see the stars. Stars are yellow, and then they can turn red if you awaken them, which I'll show you right here. But you need these certain elements to be able to do it. So if we go to hero, I'll go to my Vildred. I'm working on him right now. If I go to awaken, you can see I've awakened all of these. To awaken the next time, I need 6 of these big green ones, and I need 9 of these things. The ultra things, which you guys can get throughout the storyline from random drops. Or I'll show you one last thing before we end this video. I know it's a lot of information. Pause and rewind. I'm just trying to get you guys set up and learn everything that I learned. Let's go ahead and head over to Season 2. So if you're in Season 1, you know, you got to complete this, and you've already got that done. Let's say you beat all that. We can back out. They've actually just started Season 2, and they've only opened up 1 and 2. We're going to head into 1. If you go here to the AP shop, you can see that you can trade some of this AP for some cool items, and here's some of the catalysts you were looking for. They actually even offer the most epic catalyst as ways you can farm as well. But as a starting character, one of the things you guys want to do is head to Season 2. You can see here that we can get a Breath of Orbis, which you guys can get from completing Season 1 maps and things like that. But there's also this awesome level 71 spear. And my 71 spear rolled a lot of attack, and it's a very powerful weapon. All you guys are doing to get this AP is you're running a level. And you can see that you get 8 AP per level run. And then you just take that AP, you spin it in the shop. Bada bing, bada bing. It's a lot of grinding, but you get this. I do want to point out that there is a connection in the character shop. Well, character connection, I'll show you in a minute, where you need to kill these EVs off, okay? You need to kill these carbuncle. And the way you look up where those EVs are is you hit region info, you hit monsters, and you can find them right here. You click that, and it shows you where they all are. You can also see what each of these monster catalysts they drop. Now, they're kind of rare. They're pretty rare, but that's the way you do efficient farming, right? Okay, you know me. I need to kill the EVs for this connection, which is like a mission, like an achievement. I also need the things for my Vildred, and also need to be getting AP. Well, here we go. I can do this level. If I bring some fodder, I'm doing so many things at once I need to do. If you check out this AP shop, they also have a ring in here that you guys want. 71 attack ring, health, speed, critical chance, critical damage. Great. All great stuff. And it has ultra things that I need as well that you guys can farm for. And this is the character you guys are going to get with that connection. So this right here is what I farmed to make sure I unlocked this, and I got all the ultra things I needed and to get him unlocked. If you guys want to know what connections are, which I do need to tell you, if you go to the left here under Sanctuary, you're going to click this guy over here. If you do everything these units want you to do, you can see all these different things. You get that character. That's what these connections are. And there's one for the new Stage 4, or he's a 4-star, excuse me. And there's for a Season 2 character, Kawazu. And you got to clear Stage 210, which just means beat the most recent thing. Eliminate 300 of the carbuncles. I call them EVs, but they're carbuncles Flumus. That's going to be very important, right? So that's why that stage is good. Give 10 proof of courage. You guys will get these as you play the game. Special urgent missions will pop up. And then you got to trade him 400 of those AP points. That's kind of rough. It's a lot of farming, but you guys will get there. And last but not least, I want to touch on this before I get out of here. I know it's been a long video already. We're at 17 minutes. Dear Lord, I've been talking up a storm. Our specialty changes. And this is where you guys are going to be able to take some of your lower level 3-star units and make them more powerful. If you get a unit's level 50, one of these units, and there's one missing from here, because I've done it. It's a grind. You get into level 50 and you can start what they call a hero specialty change. It makes the hero change their name, their look, they get more powerful. It's a way to make some of these 3-star units become more useful and better in the game through grinding and a lot of hard work. The ones that I think are really good are the Axe God. He's going to be an ML summon. We call him Axe God, but that's this one right here. Mont just recently got the specialty change. An extremely strong healer. If you don't have Angelica, even if you have Angelica, I've heard has cleansing. Very, very good Soul Weaver unit you can specialty change here. Hazel's pretty good. I say the only one that you don't really want to do is Rick Roras from what I've heard. Chloe turns into an awesome tank that can do things. And finally, the one that I did. And it kind of like once you get him to level 50, it's kind of like a connection. It tells you missions you have to do. I took Ruzid and I turned him into Righteous Thief Ruzid. The reason I did this is his ability here is a speed and combat readiness pusher, which that's going to be way over your heads if you're new to the game, but essentially it allows me to go first. I needed that for my PvP build. So I did that. I got him to level 50. I did his specialty change. He changed into Righteous Thief Ruzid. And if we go into Awakening, there's a new thing for all specialty changes called the skill tree. And this is where the grinding comes in, okay? If you look in here, you can get all kinds of stuff. We can get some HP % up. We can get speed up, which is the most important for me. But look how much it costs. 15 of these mid-tier greater runes, okay? 1 and 15 of these greater runes. You get like 2 to 3 of those per run. Sometimes 1, sometimes none. You just get a big pizza, okay? It's tough. This is kind of confusing, so I just want to break this down real quick for anybody who gets to this point. To be able to start putting things into these lines, you just have to have +3. So I have plus 15 total enhancements. To get to this line, you have to +3, enhancements total. To get to this line, +6 with all of these. To get to this line, +9 in all of these. And to get to the last one, you have to have +12 in all the previous ones to unlock the last line. Okay, then this is why this is not for the faint of heart. On the weekends, they unlock all of the different elements, so you can be grinding to your heart's content. It's going to be tough for you guys to get it, but it is worth it for people who need these heroes to start out. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I've done the most I can do. I've said as much as I can. Obviously, I'm going to go in more depth with a lot of this equipment stuff and things like that. I know you got veteran players out there watching this like, oh, this is boring. There's so many new players out there. I needed all this information to be told to me to make me get better in the game and get to grinding. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're going to be getting into the game, new player, old player, or if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to cover in future videos. And subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.